the joint by joint approach, and basically it's helping people to understand like your ankle needs mobility. And if your ankles don't have mobility, you may find an injury in the muscles above, the muscles below, or in the next joint up. So we need to make sure your ankle has sufficient mobility to do its day-to-day tasks. Same with the knee. So the knee is more of a hinge joint, backwards and forwards. If you do not have that stability in the knee, it's going to cause issues below, which is the joint by joint, so the ankle or the hips. If your hips are really tight and knocked up, you're going to find your knees aren't working too well, and potentially your lower back. I know this is an issue for me lately, sitting down a lot, not activating my hips properly, and it's something I'm actively working on. Lumbar, so if that's not stable, it's going to cause issues through the hips, through the knees, and the upper back. The thoracic is your upper middle back sort of area. If you do not have mobility there, if you can't rotate or if you can't flex and extend, you're going to find that your lower back and your neck is going to create a little bit of pain around that. The scapula, so the scapula, if you think of the scapula as a shoulder blade, it sits on your rib cage, needs the stability to push forward. So if it stays nice and smooth on the rib cage, you're going to have plenty of power and strength to move forward and do your movements correctly. When it comes to mobility, it has two functions. So like I said, the press and then the glide. So the scapula needs to glide upwards and outwards so that you can get an efficient shoulder press and have maximum stability and mobility in the movement to achieve what you need to achieve. The glenohumeral joint is pretty much your humerus joint here, and you want to make sure you have sufficient mobility, because if you have a load in a position that your shoulder can't support with the right mobility, remember we said strength in range of motion, you're going to find that it's going to keep pinching, keep hurting, and you're going to need to see someone to fix it up.